My beloved child, before this month comes to an end, your life will begin to change. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it clearly yet. And if you're honest, part of your heart may be tired of hearing words like, "Hold on, your breakthrough is coming." Because you've been holding on. You've been praying. You've been waiting. You've been trying to stay strong, even on the days when strength felt impossible. And there have been moments, quiet moments, when you looked up to heaven and whispered, "Lord, when? When will the pressure ease? When will the door finally open? When will this heaviness lift? When will the answers come? When will the pain stop feeling so close?" My child, I have heard every one of those prayers. I have seen every tear that fell after everyone else went to sleep. I have seen the way you smiled for others while carrying battles no one knew about. I have watched you try to stay faithful while feeling stretched beyond what you thought you could bear. And I want you to hear me clearly today. Before this month ends, something will begin to shift in your life. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because I am already moving in places you cannot see. The atmosphere around you is changing. The thing that felt delayed is not forgotten. The door that looked shut forever is still in my hands. The answer you thought would never come, I can bring it at the perfect moment. Because I am still the God who makes a way through impossible places. I am still the God who parted seas. I am still the God who brought water out of dry places. I am still the God who touched broken hearts and gave them peace they couldn't explain. And my power has not weakened. My love has not faded. My promises have not changed. I know this season has been heavy. You've questioned yourself. You've wondered if you missed something. You've watched other people move ahead while your own path felt slow. You've compared. You've doubted. You've replayed conversations. You've worried about tomorrow. You've carried things in silence because you didn't even know how to explain what you were feeling. And still, you kept going, even when your faith felt fragile, even when your heart was exhausted, even when your prayers sounded more like tears than words. You kept reaching for me, and I saw every bit of it. My child, the waiting was never wasted. The silence did not mean I abandoned you. The delay did not mean I said no. The pressure did not mean you were being punished. I was preparing things you could not yet see. Some blessings take time because your spirit needs to be strengthened before you receive them. Some doors open later because I know exactly what timing will protect your peace. Some people had to leave because they were not meant to walk into the next chapter with you. Some things had to fall apart because I am building something deeper than what you were holding on to. I know you didn't understand it in the middle of the pain. I know there were nights when you asked why and heard no answer. But silence is not absence. Even when you couldn't hear me, I was working. Even when you couldn't feel anything, I was moving. Even when everything looked still, heaven was not still. I was arranging what needed to align. I was protecting what needed protecting. I was closing doors that would have wounded you later. I was guiding people and circumstances into place. And before this month ends, you're going to begin seeing signs that I have been there all along. A conversation, an opportunity, a sudden peace, a new strength, a door you thought would never open, a prayer that begins to unfold in ways you didn't expect, and your spirit will recognize it. You'll feel that quiet whisper inside. God is doing something. Yes, my child, I am. I am lifting weight you were never meant to carry forever. I am bringing clarity where confusion has lived. I am calming fear that has tried to speak louder than faith. I am restoring things in you that pain tried to steal. I am reviving hope. I am rebuilding confidence. I am breathing fresh strength into places that felt empty. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not behind. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved, and you are still being led. I know the hidden battles, the ones no one applauds, the emotional exhaustion, the constant effort, the fear you carry quietly, the tears you wipe away quickly, the prayers you repeat because you don't know what else to do. I know all of it, and I have stayed with you through every moment. I was with you when your heart broke. I was with you when disappointment hit harder than expected. I was with you when you smiled while carrying pain. I was with you when nobody noticed how much strength it took just to keep moving. You never walked alone. Not once. Even when people misunderstood you. Even when support disappeared. Even when promises from others fell apart. Even when your own confidence felt shaken. I remained. And I am still here. The chapter you are stepping into will not look like the chapter behind you. The heaviness will not define the rest of your story. The tears were real, but they are not the ending. The waiting was painful, but it is not the ending. The uncertainty was hard, but it is not the ending. There is still beauty ahead. There is still peace ahead. There is still restoration ahead. There is still laughter ahead. There is still purpose ahead. There are prayers you prayed months ago that are still alive before me. There are promises over your life that time cannot cancel. There are blessings that fear cannot stop. There are doors no person can shut when I decide it is time. And my child, your season is beginning to turn. You may not understand every detail. You may still have questions. You may still feel tired some days. That's okay. You don't need every answer today. You don't need to carry the whole future on your shoulders. You do not need to force what I am already preparing. You do not need to solve everything by yourself. You only need to trust me one step at a time. Let me carry what feels too heavy. Let me calm what feels restless. Let me strengthen what feels weak. Let me guide what feels uncertain. Let me remind your heart that I am faithful. Because I am. I have not changed. I still open doors. I still heal hearts. I still restore broken places. I still redeem painful seasons. I still turn ashes into beauty. I still bring peace into storms. And yes, I can still do miracles in your life. The month is not over. Your story is not over. The pain does not get the final word. The fear does not get the final word. The disappointment does not get the final word. I do. And my word over you is peace. My word over you is hope. My word over you is restoration. My word over you is renewal. My word over you is life. So breathe again. Trust again. I know where you feel weak. I know what made you afraid. I know what made you lose confidence. And I know exactly how to lead you forward. So stay close to me. Keep your heart open. Keep trusting. Keep walking. Even if the step feels small. Because the sunrise is closer than you think. The breakthrough is closer than you think. The answer is closer than you think. And before this month ends, your life will begin to change. Gently, powerfully, deeply, beautifully. And what I begin in you, I will not leave unfinished. I am with you in this moment. I will be with you tomorrow. I will be with you in every conversation, every unknown, every new beginning. You are held. You are loved. You are chosen. You are guided. And no season lasts forever. So rest tonight, my child. Lay down what has been weighing on your soul. Release what you cannot control. Trust my hands. Trust my timing. Trust my heart. Because I am already ahead of you. And I am making a way. My beloved child, hold on a little longer. Your season is turning. Your prayers are heard. And your miracle is already on its way. My child, if you love me, say I love you and subscribe this channel.